The current conflict in the Middle East is not defined by a single strike or a single system. It is defined by something far less visible: the network that connects sensors, weapons, and decision-making into one continuous system. Across the region, states are not just building arsenals, they are building kill chains. Iran offers one of the clearest examples of how this works, and where it struggles. On paper, Iran fields a large and diverse arsenal: ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, and a growing inventory of unmanned aerial systems give it the ability to strike across long distances and in large volumes. In recent years, these capabilities have been used in combined attack profiles, where missiles and drones are launched together to overwhelm defenses. But modern warfare is not decided by launch capability alone. It is decided by how effectively a military can complete the entire kill chain: detect, track, and engage continuously, in real time. The first stage is detection. Iran relies heavily on ground-based radar systems, including imported platforms like the S-300 and domestically developed systems such as the Bavar 373. These systems are designed to provide long-range coverage against aircraft and missiles. But ground-based radars have inherent limitations. The curvature of the Earth restricts line-of-sight detection, especially against low-flying targets. Terrain creates blind zones, and these gaps are increasingly exploited by modern threats. This is where airborne early warning systems become critical. High-altitude surveillance aircraft extend radar horizons and provide persistent coverage over large areas. They act as airborne nodes that can see beyond the limitations of ground sensors. Most advanced air forces rely on them to build a continuous air picture. Iran, however, operates without a large modern fleet of such systems. This creates gaps, particularly against low-altitude threats like cruise missiles and small drones. Detection in modern war is not just about having radars. It's about having coverage without gaps. The second stage is tracking. Finding a target once is not enough. It has to be tracked continuously, and in modern warfare, that requires sensor fusion, the ability to combine inputs from multiple radars, electronic intelligence systems, and other sensors into a single, coherent picture. Without this, each system sees only a fragment of the battlefield. With it, the entire network sees everything. Advanced militaries operate integrated air defense systems where data is shared in real time across platforms. This allows faster decisions, more accurate targeting, and coordinated responses. But these networks are also vulnerable. Electronic warfare, cyber disruption, and precision strikes can degrade communication links, isolate nodes, and fragment the system. When that happens, even capable weapons can become less effective because they are no longer operating within a unified picture. The third stage is engagement. Iran's air defense architecture includes long-range systems like the S-300 and Bavar 373, supported by shorter-range systems for layered protection. In theory, this provides multiple opportunities to intercept incoming threats. But modern threats are designed to stress these systems. Stealth aircraft reduce radar visibility. Standoff weapons allow strikes from outside engagement zones. And increasingly, the challenge is not just capability, it is volume. This is where drones change the equation. Iran has invested heavily in producing large numbers of relatively low-cost unmanned systems. These include reconnaissance drones, loitering munitions, and one-way attack UAVs. Their strength is not sophistication alone, it is scale. They can be launched in large numbers, from multiple directions, at different altitudes. And that creates a saturation problem. Air defense systems are traditionally designed to engage limited numbers of high-value targets. When faced with dozens or hundreds of small, low-cost drones, the system begins to strain. Detection becomes harder. Small drones flying low can blend into ground clutter. Tracking multiple targets simultaneously increases the load on sensors and command systems. And then comes the economic problem. Interceptors used by advanced air defense systems are expensive. In many cases, a single missile can cost hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. In contrast, the drones they are used to intercept can cost a fraction of that. This creates an imbalance. A $30,000 drone forcing the use of a $1 million interceptor is not just a tactical exchange, it's a strategic one. Over time, it affects sustainability. And that is why modern air defense is evolving. Layered systems are now being built to match different types of threats. Long-range missiles for high-value targets, short-range systems for closer engagements, guns, electronic warfare, and emerging directed energy systems for low-cost interception of drones. Electronic warfare is becoming especially important. Many drones rely on satellite navigation. Disrupting those signals can degrade accuracy and cause systems to fail entirely. In some cases, it is more efficient to disable a drone than to destroy it. But even these systems depend on the network. Because modern warfare is no longer about individual platforms. It is about how well these platforms are connected. The ability to see the battlefield continuously, to share data instantly, to respond faster than the opponent. That is what defines control. Iran's model highlights the balance between quantity and integration. Its missile and drone forces provide reach and volume. But limitations in persistent surveillance, airborne sensing, and networked integration affect how effectively it can maintain a continuous, real-time picture of the battle space. And that distinction matters. Because the side that controls the network doesn't just react, it anticipates. It shapes the fight before it begins. And in modern conflict, that is often the difference between launching strikes and controlling the sky. If you enjoyed this deep dive into how modern military systems actually work, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more breakdowns of the technology shaping today's conflicts. Stay sharp, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next one.